Yeah. Higher. Yeah. Hey. Higher. Yeah. Hey.
Genius.
Now hear this.
Now hear this.
Kama mapenzi ghorofa yamejaa kari yako, mina mapenzi tele kama kwetu kule. Wanaonitaka ni wengi ila mimi kwako nyanga. Nini unataka? Nina miujiza. Nini unataka? Ama ni macho ya blue light, sema nini unataka? Nikugeuze princess, sema nini unataka? Unavyobilinge bayondo, hivyo mimi ndo nataka sana nataka. Nini unataka? Nina miujiza. Nini unataka? Nikugeuze princess, sema nini unataka? Siamini, yani siamini, yamenipanda kichwani. Mahaba yako ntasilitimi, yamenikoleza mwilini. Siamini, oh siamini, yamenipanda kichwani. Mahaba yako ntasilitimi, yamenikoleza mwilini. Aya chekecha, 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 every day I got you all day. See the way the chicks they call it. See the way the money pile it. Suddenly, yo, every day I got you all day. See the way the chicks they call it. See the way the money pile it. Time no day, time no day. I did so far my bed, every night and every day. Thank God, I did thank God, for His blessings on my bed, every night and every day.
Nampenda lakini sina kitu. Natamani mimi anipe mavitu. Nataka nipe kidogo. Vya chachali semi koko. Nazimika na vyo dance. Anjonjwa kilinga kajoke. Paka chini analote. Akia Mungu akinipa zivoge. Nazimika na vyo dance. Anjonjwa kilinga kajoke. Paka chini anavyo dance. Akia Mungu akinipa. Shikorobo. Check. Okay, check. Sio fesi jabu wala sigara. Nimedata na vyote. Akisuka ya kinywa kipara. Lazima uchoke. Ringa bas. Okay, check. Hey, kuna watu wanaroza paka shume. Wakipata mabwana lazima wawachune. Hey, wenyewe wanaita vigogo. Hawajali wakubwa wala wadogo. Basi sidanganya kwa boke. Wagenda kukuza kwa vite. Paka chini unalote. Akia Mungu kinipa zivoge. Nazimika na vyo denso. Njonja kilinga kajoketo. Paka chini na vyo denso. Akia Mungu akinipa. Shikorobo.
Alright, so Junius, you know you should be doing the anchoring.
Yeah?
You should not be doing the anchoring when we are coming from music. So like that was, yeah.
But you told me I'll go for training first.
No, this is training. We're training. It's baptism by fire. Throw you to the deep end and you must swim.
I'll sign off.
Yeah. No, say something now. Who was that?
Shigorobo by Sheta.
Shigoro what?
Shigorobo.
What does that mean?
It's a word. It's just a word.
Okay. Shigorobo by
Shata.
Shata is
a musician from Tanzania.
Tanzania, that's what I wanted. Okay, thank you. So we still have some more music towards the end of the show.
Yeah.
And the director, I don't know what he's into. He's been asking for some music. I don't know if you've managed to meet his needs.
I'll ask him.
Yeah, he looks like those ones who like clubs. Who like The ones who are at not midnight, actually at 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
That's when they're checking in, you know, coming alive.
You have the right
Yeah,
estimation.
Raul, your ways are known. His ways are known. So stand by for more music from DJ Genius. DJ, thank you so much. It's time for our Friday chat now, and we're glad you're watching Morning Express on this Friday. And as I promised from the beginning of the show today, we're all about fashion, and fashion designer Deepa Dasaja is with me in studio. She dressed Lupita Nyong'o while she was in the country, so that's huge and major. When she traveled to her rural home in Seme, that number she wore, Deepa's work, and you'll be seeing it on screen. We'll put up some of the shots up shortly. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're keeping well?
Yes, very
So Deepa is Kenyan. Yeah, so the only Kenyan designer we understand that dressed Lupita.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that and all of your other amazing work. But let's begin with how you got into fashion and designing.
Well, I was 13 years old when I announced to my parents I'm going to become a fashion designer. They were a bit shocked, but supported me throughout.
Throughout. What was it that got you to want to get into that line?
I've always loved fashion. I've always loved creating beauty, and I've loved it. So I got a sewing machine when I was 13 and started stitching.
Yeah. So before that, you were one of those kids that had like many dolls and you dressed them up and played.
I just loved it.
Dress up.
Yeah.
So why your parents open to it when you first brought it up?
They were. My dad said, don't you think you can become an architect? It's close to fashion design. I said, no, it's not. No. But he supported me. They both supported me from then on.
And their support was in what sense?
In the sense that at the age of 13, my dad said, sure, you want to become a fashion designer, but you have to know how to stitch. You have to know how to do these, basic things. He got me a stitching teacher. Okay. So every Thursday night I had to stitch with this lady, a winter coat. And I used to undo it and do it and undo it and do it and get very frustrated. But once it was complete, I realized that creating something is beautiful.
Yeah, and it's not easy.
And it's not easy.
Sometimes a lot of trial and errors and failures, but you finally get to do it. And other times, did you have a mentor, someone you were looking up to who was guiding you, who'd been in the industry?
I did. In school, I had very good teachers in fashion school. Who were fantastic and encouraging and, there to show us.
Yeah. Were you confident also that this would be something that would make and sustain a livelihood for you?
I don't think at that point I was thinking about that. I think when you're young, you don't worry about those things.
No, your parents especially.
My parents are very open, and I have to say very supportive. Yeah. My late father was amazing in that he really supported everything we wanted to do. We're 3 girls and we've done 3 completely different things. But I think I never ever felt that this was the reason I was going into fashion for money, but just really to create beauty.
Yeah. And so you had this teacher helping you out. What did that transition into? How has that journey been like?
I think that was the most important lesson in my design career, in that I learned about quality. And this is something that is discussed in my studio all the time. How can we upgrade our quality? And I think by doing that winter coat and my teacher making me undo it and undo it and undo it until it was perfect was a good lesson for me in the construction of garments.
So you were born here. By the time you were getting started on fashion and design, were you still in Kenya or had you relocated? Because I know you did at some point.
Yeah, we left in 1977 to go to Canada. My dad was working there. And then I came back straight after fashion school.
Okay, and what's fashion school? What's that like?
Oh my goodness, it's hard work.
Really?
So the first year was about drafting and stitching. So I think the first year is when most people drop out, because we feel that maybe fashion school is about drawing and about just creating, but you also have to know how to create the, from the bottom.
Yeah.
So it was very challenging. I loved it.
So you were in fashion school for how long?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. By the time you're done, you're feeling great. I'm now a pro at this. Bring on the world. Is it that when you began your business?
No. I came to Kenya. I worked for a company, a t-shirt company. And I spent a long time refining the skill by making clothes, by experimenting, by learning new drafting techniques, reading books. Yeah, so, I think it's something you grow into.
And how did that then transition from you moving there to your own business?
I had a lot of interest, a lot of support from friends, from clients who loved the stuff, and that's when I started Vabene Couture, which was my first company. I traded under Vabene for a long time, until 3 years ago, when I changed it.
Yeah. So then you were doing what?
We had a studio on Riverside Drive. I was making clothes for clients, and it was a wonderful way to refine the skill.
Yeah. So you've been in the business for how long now?
Well, I'd say 25 years.
Wow. And there's not been a day in that period of time that you thought, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? Maybe I should try something else, or, I'll retire at this particular point. Yeah.
There have been times when before I felt like, oh my gosh, it's so challenging. Am I ever going to be, respected as a designer? Will it always be, that tailor mentality? And now I find in Kenya it's completely changed.
Yeah.
Now people are respecting designers, and it is something that is, considered a career. It's considered something,
So yeah, talk to us about that a little bit more. That stigma, that tailor. This is just a person who puts together clothes, stitch and sew. It's not glamorous. It's not what kids are told to aspire to when they're younger. So how is that like for you? And you're saying now that's changing. What do you think is getting it to change?
I think because now us Kenyans are appreciating made in Kenya. We're appreciating good fabric, beautiful cut, color combinations, and I think that's what's changing.
Yeah.
Is that now we're realizing the importance of clothes, and clothes really are important.
Did it ever make you feel like then you wanted to change when people would look at you as just a tailor or just...
I did. I mean, there have been a lot of times that I've gone home and said, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
But I have to say, being validated at such
when
a time
client just loves your work.
And I have clients who just love our work and who are so happy and who do write to me and say, oh, that I looked great today, or I got so many compliments, or send me pictures of them in the clothes, and that really makes me feel wow.
Yeah.
So
in terms of capital, when you were starting off, did you readily have the money, or was that a challenge for you?
It was a
getting
big
all
challenge.
of the stuff you needed?
It was a big challenge, but we started with one sewing machine, which my eldest sister bought for me from Singer, and we used to pay monthly. It was on hire purchase.
Yeah.
And so I had my Singer machine. I used to stitch on my own all night long.
Oh my.
And yeah, it was, but I think you can build up slowly.
So you'd save up and then get the money back into the business, buy something else.
Yeah.
At the time you were doing that in the house?
Yes, I was doing that in my house.
And how did you start getting clients? How were you spreading the word? You wanted to get people to know this deeper, and she's doing all of this work. So was it family, friends? Is that how you started?
Well, it was very interesting that my first client ever is still a client.
That's cool.
I love her dearly.
Yeah.
I can mention her on this show, Jaya. I walked up to her as soon as I had left fashion school, and I was still with Hardcore, and she was putting groceries in her car, and just, a very beautiful woman. And I walked up to her and I said, can I dress you? And she said, sure. And she was so friendly and open, and she came to my house. She, encouraged me. She was always very encouraging. And this helped me get confidence, in order to go get more clients. We're lucky because we've worked on word of mouth, always.
And that has spread the word.
Yeah.
Let's go to Lupita being around. So how is it you got to dress her?
Well, it was really, you know, it's really, really amazing. 3 months ago, I always follow Lupita in the magazines. It seems like every magazine I pick up, I'm looking to see what she's worn.
Yeah.
Because I feel like our brand was perfect for her. I don't know how to say this, but I just...
What's your brand? How do you describe as your brand? And by the way, the pictures on split screen for everyone watching and joining us, that's what Lupita wore. You'll see different other pictures of the design that Deepa put together. Yes, there you go. What she wore to Seme.
So I was following her, and I've always loved her fashion sense, which is, you know, bright, playful prints. I just loved it. So I've been following her, and I believe very much in vision boards myself. So 3 months ago I said, you know what, I'm going to put Lupita on my vision board. And I designed this coat, which she wore.
So vision board is your own, you know...
My own picture of Lupita. Next to it says Africa Rising, because I do believe Africa is rising.
Wow.
I do believe that we are getting beauty, creativity, actors like her, you know, design. We have a lot of beauty in this continent, you know. So I put it on my board, and we designed this coat, which stayed in my workshop, somehow waiting for her. I didn't know how.
Hold up. So you're doing all of this, and did you have any connection? Had you tried to reach out to her people, write?
No.
So this is just wishful thinking, deeper thinking.
Yeah.
You know,
sending it out to the universe.
And to the universe,
the universe, I believe the universe supports us. I do.
Okay.
So, and we knew she was coming. I think at the back of our minds, everybody knew, and there was some talk.
At some point that
she was coming. So I had this coat, and I had left it in the studio. I hadn't brought it to the shop. We hadn't released it. We hadn't shown it to anybody. It was just in the studio. So on Sunday, Anne McCreath, I'm sure you know Anne.
Yes.
So Anne sent out a message to all us designers that Lupita Stylist is interested in dressing, you know, seeing Kenyan designers. And that we were to deliver the clothes to Anne's shop by, I think it was at 6 on Monday. Now, on Monday, there was so much traffic. So much traffic.
Yeah.
We ended up stuck at the shop. And at 8 o'clock, we ended up at home. And I said to my partner, I said, there is no way we're going to be able to give it to Lupita. And I was in tears. And we had the clothes in the car. And I said, what are we going to do? This is terrible. And Ajay said, well, Google. You know, Google is our best friend these days.
Yes.
We wrote an email to Lupita Stylist agent in New York. And I think it was the most amazing thing, because we woke up in the morning to this wonderful email saying, thank you for reaching out.
So what did you say in your email?
In the email, we said that we're fashion designers who would love to, you know, dress Lupita. Here's our website. You can have a look. I did have to add that she's on my vision board, and this would be a dream come true for me. And it was so lovely that they wrote back, the agent wrote back and said, we forwarded it to Michaela, and let's see. And I think 10 minutes later we got an email from Michaela saying, bring the clothes to Kempinski by 6. So went back to the studio and said, guys, drop everything. We're making more clothes for Lupita, and, you know, let's just make some. And we delivered them by 6 to the hotel. And
at the time, did you have an assurance she'll wear? It was just bring them. No. Just carry them.
No,
have a look.
No, I think she was having a look, and, you know, let her have a look. And we got an email on Tuesday night saying she'll be wearing your coat and your skirt.
Wow. And what was that like?
Wow, I have to tell you, it was amazing. I was so happy. I was so happy.
Over the moon.
Over the moon. Wow. Over the moon.
Wow.
And then just seeing her in the clothes was just...
So did you get to meet her?
Oh, no.
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 Yeah. But to see that is so amazing. Because, you know, 3 months before, you're just there thinking to yourself, yeah, I'd love to dress Lupita, and you'd been watching her fashion, familiarizing yourself with it, liking it, and then putting something together, never knowing it could even ever materialize. What does this say to you?
Well, it says to me that the universe is supporting all of us. And if we give out the positive energy and we give out that love energy, then it does come true.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow. And she looks lovely in that particular outfit. I remember seeing her and I was like, wow. So for you, is this dream come true the highlight of your career so far?
It is. I have to say it is.
Yeah.
I have to say it's amazing.
Yes. What do you tell other designers?
I tell other designers, aspire and you'll get there. You know, dream and you can do it, you know?
Yeah.
Send out to the universe what you want. To all artists, to all people, I think that's something really important. You know?
They said the other stuff she wore was in Kenyan. Were you disappointed that she didn't fully do Kenyan designs when she was around?
I was really happy that she did all African design.
Okay.
Right? And I think that we have to be together as a continent because Africa is
she's bigger
rising.
than Kenya. She's
You see,
Kenyan, yeah.
Africa is rising, and I believe that if we all... I was happy that she wore African because she has the choice to wear Prada, Gucci, anything, Dior. You know, she can wear whatever she wants.
Yeah.
But for her to wear all African, I thought was something that we should all be proud of.
Are more people buying Kenya, wearing Kenya?
Yes.
And investing in Kenya? They say Kenya is expensive. Why is it expensive to get really good designs from Kenya?
I think we have to bring in the fabric. We have to pay duty. Labor is, you know, expensive. I think premises is expensive. But you know, we have quality.
Yeah.
We have quality.
So people should invest a little bit more.
Yes, and quality.
Nigeria has this, you know, dress, their national dress that you see all their women, you know, clad in weddings and in their big ceremonies. Do you think Kenya will ever get to that place to have a national dress? And what's the role of fashion designers in getting?
I think us Kenyans are international. I think that we can say that this is national dress, this is national dress. I think we're proud of who we are intrinsically. We don't need that.
Yeah.
You know? We can wear anything and say we're Kenyan.
So you're an entrepreneur. There's entrepreneurship coming up.
I know.
Obama is coming in.
I know.
And this is one of the great industries. And you've been awarded for your work, recognized as well in the past. What does that say in as far as the various sectors, and mostly speaking to yourself, and you've seen how that has grown over the years, in terms of the prospects and those who'd want to venture in?
Into fashion?
Yes.
I think fashion is the most amazing thing to enter into. I mean, it's a great career. It is very challenging, but so rewarding. When you see, you know, your client or somebody dressed up and happy, and you know, getting compliments, and it's just very rewarding, but hard work.
But hard work.
Really hard work, yeah.
So guys who want to get some of your work, where do they find it?
We have a boutique on 14 Riverside. In 14 Riverside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dusit?
Yeah, where the Deuce it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And online, if they want to just have a look?
Online, we have our website, deepadesaja.com.
Deepa Desaja, and the name has been on screen, so to have a look at the designs there. Finally, a young person in school, they find themselves loving to play with the dolls or making a few things here and there, to follow their dream as you did, and to always dream and dream big, because your dreams are valid. Yours came true.
Yes, Peter validated my dreams.
Yeah.
I have
so
to say.
yeah, your words to them.
Yeah. I would say, and I've said it before, drafting, pattern,
What's drafting? For those
pattern
of us who
and cut.
understand.
Cut is the most important thing. The cut is the most important thing, and of course the quality.
Yeah.
Just concentrate on cut and quality, and the rest comes.
So cut is making sure it goes well with the silhouette, or to layman?
So the sleeve is properly set in, that there's no gaping, that the garment sits beautifully, to keep working on your patterns, you know, to get your patterns right, and then everything falls into place.
Yeah. Business speaking, is it profitable? Is it a good business? Will you make a living out of that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So looking forward to just a few people this month when they come in?
Oh, yes.
Anyone else you've earmarked?
Well, I'm wondering, I have marked.
Yeah.
But I understand she's not
perhaps?
coming.
Who?
Michelle.
Yeah.
Is she coming? You would know.
Yeah, at this particular point. But you'd imagine the whole family would come.
I know, I'm hoping.
What do you have on your vision board now?
Michelle.
We wish you the best. We wish you the best. But the First Lady as well has been doing a good job for Kenyan fabric and design and some of that. You should have her as well.
I'm going to approach her.
Yeah,
I'm going to
have her also on that board. Thank you so much, Deepa. We wish you the very best.
Thank you very much
for joining us. Deepa Dosaja, who's a designer. You can find her work on deepadosaja.com.
Yeah.
And their shop at 14 Riverside as well, and you can get more of those designs. Support Kenya is what she says, and you saw some of the beautiful outfit that she created for Lupita when she was around. We're glad you're watching Morning Express. Before we wrap it up, let me throw it back to Genius for a few more minutes. Yep, we are trying to get our dance moves going.
Yes, and finally played Raul's request.
Yeah, that's our director. It's called Raul. So he's into that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's that song again?
It's called Gimme Love by Lady JD.
Lady JD. But you know what? I've heard part of it. She's still having that from the song that I like. Higher. And you know, I remember she was performing. I think that was like the first or the second concert I was passing by. She was performing, and so she sang all of these other songs, and the crowds were demanding for Yahaya. So it's like that is a song that she's unable to quite get herself away from. She wants people to support her other work and all, but guys are stuck on, you know.
You guys, when Yahaya came out, it had a positive impact on guys, so it spoke to people more, so people enjoyed it.
And that's why she almost has to drop a bit of hints in this song so people feel All right, well, we're going to end it there. Director says time is up. Thank you so much for joining us today. It has been so great to be with you throughout the week. Michael sends his love as well. He's already started his weekend. Remember to catch the launch of KTN News. It's a new channel. It's a new dawn for Kenya. 24 hours news for you. From 7 p.m. all of the action will be going down, and so catch that. The Genius will be spinning there as well. Yeah. Enjoy your weekend. Be good. Take care, and we'll see you on Monday. Genius, parting shot.
Adios.
Adios to your parting shot.
Adios.
Bye, guys.
Kabla siku kwisha naji